wanted to tell a quick story about a thing that happened when we were working on Toontown. In Toontown, it was a game for kids, 7 to 12. It was one of the first online massive multiplayer games for kids, and we had to solve all these weird problems. And one of them was typing and communicating, because kids can't type very well, and it's dangerous to let them to type to each other, and more dangerous to let adults type messages to children. So we made this system where you pick what you say from little menus. And the kids like it because they can say what they want real fast, and the context that they're in, there's only certain things they need to say, and it works out pretty well. And one of the things we intentionally put in was we made the phrases generally very polite and very positive and encouraging, because it's Disney and it's Toontown, right? So there's lots of thank yous and good jobs and you're awesome, and there's a lot of that stuff in there. We left in a few bad ones. The worst one is you stink. That's the worst one, because you got to have something in there. But generally, the game is set up to be a game about cooperation and working together and teaming up, even though there are aspects of it that are kind of in a kind of play battle context of throwing pies and that sort of thing. But it is about sort of teaming up. And we wanted to have messaging that helped you, support other people. When someone helped you, we wanted you to be able to say, hey, thanks for helping and good job and all that. Well, we started getting emails, and I remember one of them was really funny. It was from a grown-up guy who was playing this game, and he's like, I'm kind of mad at you guys. I played Dark Ages of Camelot a lot, and, we kind of trash talk in there, and that's a very common thing in these MMOs. You go out with a group of guys, you go out and you fight a bunch of monsters, and then you argue with each other about who deserves how much treasure from each of them, and you tell the other guy how much he sucks, and it's just kind of this trash talking culture. He's like, well, I kind of was playing less of that, and I was playing a little more Toontown. I initially played it as a break, but I kind of liked it. I played it more and more. And then one day I'm back in Dark Ages of Camelot, and we defeated this really tough monster. I'm like, hey, good job, everybody! And everybody's making fun of me. I'm like, wait a minute, why did I do that? And I realized that Toontown had changed my thought processes. Now, this wasn't something we intentionally set out to do. We did want to create kind of a positive feeling, but we were amazed at the effect that being able to set up these contexts and getting people to kind of model and practice good behaviors seemed to be having some kind of effect. And one thing I've believed a long time, because a lot of people say, oh, if you put goody-goody stuff in your games, it's going to really turn people off. They don't want that. But there is something that they do want. And I love this. Howard Thurston was a very popular magician at the beginning of the 20th century. And he said this, long experience has taught me that the crux of my fortunes is whether I can radiate goodwill toward my audience. There is only one way to do it, and that is to feel it. You can fool the eyes and minds of the audience, but you cannot fool their hearts. When you really care about what your game's going to do to somebody, and you really care about, man, when people experience this, I want it to kind of make them into better people. If you put that in there, people feel it and they acknowledge it. They don't always know where it's coming from, but they appreciate it, because nothing feels better than the feeling that someone else cares what I become. And if you work on a game and you sincerely feel that way and you put it in your game, people are going to appreciate it.